Now, without further ado, I would like to invite the keynote speaker, Ms. Satsuki Katayama, the chairperson of the LDP's Research Commission on the Finance and Banking System. She has recorded her speech.
お願いいたします。
Hello, everyone. I am Satsuki Katayama, a member of the House of Councilors, and having served as a Minister of Regional Revitalization 3 terms after then Minister Ishiba, I also served as a Minister of State for Gender Equality. Thank you all very much for attending the Nikkei Forum, Frontiers of International Finance today. I am also the Deputy Chair of the LDP's Policy Research Council, and for 3 years I have served as a chairperson of the Research Commission on the Finance and Banking System, promoting the shifts from the saving to investment as a core national strategy. Today, I would like to spend 12 minutes to talk on this the topic. First, regarding the concept of a nation focused on asset management, in order to achieve a virtuous cycle of growth and distribution, it is crucial that income from the nation's asset increases for the Japan's economy to grow. At the end of last year, we finalized a policy plan for promoting Japan as a leading asset management center, which includes reforms in asset management sector and asset ownership. We also launched a plan to double asset-based income in 2022. Moreover, the Corporate Governance Reform Action Program was established in the spring of last year, and the policy plan builds on that. The key initiative is NISA to ensure that households can build stable assets. And this year, after the year-end election, we plan to reform the IDECO and have already included in most of our policies. The Financial and Economic Education Promotion Agency has also been registered, and it's fully operational as of August. In addition, there will be further progress in corporate governance reform. The next speaker, Yamadi-san, will discuss in details and about executing the action program. Furthermore, we are pursuing reforms in asset management and asset ownership. I believe many of you from the financial sector are here today, and since January this year, we have been working on plans involving major financial groups regarding special zones. These are the part of the international strategic special zones that I have been overseeing with the aim of promoting international cooperation in this area. To brief recap the new NISA, it was started in January this year, raising the maximum investment amount to 80 million yen and making investment period permanent. For long-term diversified systematic investment plan, there is a limit of 1.2 million yen per year, with a monthly installment limit of 100,000 yen. For gross investment, there is a limit of 12 million yen. This system, which covers listed stocks and investment trusts, applies to everyone aged 18 and older, making it very easy to understand. The system is flexible enough to be used for asset building throughout the different life stages, from age 18 to old age. It's particularly popular among university students in their the third or fourth year who have secured employment, as well as younger salaried employees. We also see many senior citizens, especially women, who manage household finances, seeking advice on starting NISA in their 70s. You can also pass down assets accumulated under NISA, so we need to ensure it's easy for inheritance. We need to redesign it, which is an area we are considering for the further improvement. The usage at the status of NISA has grown significantly, with 24.28 million accounts opened by the end of June, an increase of over 3 million accounts since last year, with the total purchase amount reaching 45.4 trillion yen, a 10 trillion yen increase since the end of last year. This rapid growth shows the system is gradually being accepted by Japanese people. Regarding financial and economic education, I have already interviewed Mr. Ando, the Executive Director, on my YouTube channel. Together with the government, the Japanese Bankers Association, the Japan Securities Dealers Association, the Investment Trust Association, and the Central Council for Financial Services Information, also we work with us. We have also received support from the Bank of Japan and launched various activities, including dispatching instructors, providing individual consultations. I encourage you all to share your candid feedback and advice to J. Fleck. In addition, we have the principles for customer-oriented business conduct, which includes compliance measures. The principle of comply or explain encourages financial institutions to take the initiative and aim for best practices by competing to provide quality financial products and services that are in the best interest of customers. Although it has been challenging, we are pushing for more proactive public disclosure of policies, proper management to prevent conflicts of interest. The use of client roster for the certain department is used for the sales. Well, this is unfortunate cases, but reported every month. And making fees and charges more transparent and ensuring that financial products and services align with customers' asset and life conditions is also essential. By having employees follow these principles, companies will be able to offer better overall services, which benefits both the company and its clients. To ensure the motivation and effectiveness, it is crucial to establish a framework that supports this, which is why these principles have been developed. As for product, the governance, in the past, there have been instances of excessiveness regarding the investment or asset management products. However, with the product governance, it is essential that when offering the financial the products, the philosophy behind them should be clear. However, moreover, a proper system of checks should be in place to ensure the effectiveness of product governance. Additionally, in the process of creating and managing the financial products, just like manufacturers are doing traditionally, must have a well-established quality management system. Leadership from company executives and governance structure capable of maintaining the oversight are key elements. It is also important that products are carefully reviewed to ensure they match the intended customer profile and that these products are well received by the appropriate customers. These considerations included in the 5 principles governing this area. Back when stock prices reached 38,000 yen, I was working in the Securities Bureau, and we learned over the past 30 years that financial products do not take root with the public solely through excitement or hype. Thus, the creation of product governance principles, while perhaps not flashy, is extremely important. Furthermore, there are significant efforts being made by issuing companies. As will be explained by the Tokyo Stock Exchange last March, they requested companies listed on the prime and standard markets to take actions toward management that is conscious of cost of capital and stock prices. The fact that stock prices have remained at relatively high level between 35,000 and 40,000 yen can be attributed to improved information disclosure and the recognition that management is more focused on capital costs and stock prices. This view has been shared with me by the heads and executives of major overseas asset management firms which have visited me. The fact that these perspectives were previously developed is likely a contributing factor. Annual analysis, progress, and updates to disclosures have been standard practices. The so-called the PBL, price-to-book ratio issue, is an example of this. Of the companies with a PBL below 1, 97% have made disclosures, and 88% of those with a PBL above 1 have also done so.
And I'm talking about the companies with a market capitalization over 100 billion yen. But what it is about the companies that make their stock price slump rather than dismantling the value of their capital? For many years, that it has been questions whether it is good management to sell off assets or whether it is good management to buy back shares and then use them to raise the share price. And of course, other methods also possible, thinking of capital cost and stock price. So it is best to do so in a way that it does not impair growth potential and corporate strengths. So it is wonderful to see that effective measures are already being considered and implemented by many companies. I would like to report that even for companies with PB ratio of more than 1 times and then less than 25 billion yen, 2/3 of them are disclosing their initiatives. The action program, which I am sure that TSE representative will discuss in detail later, is designed to substantiate stewardship activities, improve quality assurance of external transactions, and enhance the effectiveness of the board of directors, and promote management that is fully aware not only of PB ratio, but also of the cost of capital in terms of share price. So creating a variety of indicators, thoroughly review them, discuss them at the board meetings, and engage them. So I believe that the good spiral is gradually taking place. So this is all I have to say about the action plan for implementing the corporate balance reform. Now, I would like to focus on sustainability related disclosures. The disclosure of salary differentials between men and women, the utilization of female workers in many fields, and the ratio of women on the board of directors are now semi-obligatory. However, there are some companies that do not have a plan to explain why there is such a gender gap and then how to eliminate it over a period of several years. Yet, those that do have such a plan generally doing very well. Regarding asset ownership, we have asked the major financial groups to position their management strategies for the asset management business. The 3 mega banks, all banks with trusts, major life insurance companies, and major foreign companies were asked to participate in the survey. And many of them emphasize the group's overall strengths. But I would like to see the asset management business positioned as a key growth area alongside other businesses and function within the group. So I have been involved in the preparatory committee for the launch of new association called Asset Management Industry. As a fourth pillar, I would like to position as the core of the financial industry. In case of Japan, investment management skill is very important. In particular, overseas companies have more experience in terms of alternatives and an active management. So they need to learn thoroughly, and it is important to draw on the abundant power of the group's internal and external resources. So making progress with alliance and investment and acquisition with external asset management companies and human resource development is important. And tax treatment of a performance-linked pay was made very clear at the time of the International Finance Cities Initiative, and I hope that we will continue to bring in excellent people with outstanding performance by carefully considering the compensation system. We have also created a special zone for financial asset management as part of the special international strategic zone in Sapporo, Tokyo, Osaka, and Fukuoka. What is different from the past is that we support the creation of regional areas, not only Tokyo as a special zone for financial asset management, and especially since the Ishiba cabinet was formed, the driving force for growth has been regional development. And Sapporo in Hokkaido is the best location for renewable energy in Japan. And the green transformation market is expected to generate 120 trillion yen from now on, of which, except for 2 trillion yen of GX government bond issued every year, all other funds should be appropriately procured in the private sector market. The plan for Sapporo, Hokkaido is to gather funds and human resources to create a GX financial center. I have been advocating the transformation of Tokyo into an international financial center since Hong Kong was deliberalized. In fact, the inheritance inheritance tax problem has been solved to some extent. Many people still do not know this, but inheritance tax are not levied on the asset you accumulated before you come to Japan. Only what you accumulated while you were in Japan is subject to inheritance tax. The issue of linked salaries, the issue of family members living together, do housework, and the issue of visas for spouses and partners who live together to work have all been improved considerably. Osaka would like to focus on attracting foreign investment and then startup innovation. Now, Fukuoka Prefecture and Fukuoka City are very active in this area. They are strengthening their financial function as a gateway to Asia. The startups in Kyushu and also many asset management companies have already come to Fukuoka City. So we have established 4 special zones for financial asset management with different characteristics this year. I hope that everyone will take advantage of this policy. When you first start up an asset management businesses, the middle and back office are very expensive and costly. So we will promote the outsourcing of these operations. So working on the English language administrative procedures and the creation of a residency qualification for foreign investors. And also we have eased the restriction on the purpose of GX-related business by banks, and the investment specialist company in the banking group have been eased in terms of startup. In addition, the regulation of investors who can invest in professional venture funds have also been eased. So please check it out. And also GX, DX, semiconductors, batteries, and another growth industry. Now, we have deregulated hydrogen to some extent and also promoting the acceptance of overseas human resources, especially GX and FinTech, by utilizing the advanced human resource point system. Now, continue to promote this part of the program in the year-end budget and tax reform. So I would be very happy to receive your comments and suggestions. The program to promote new investment managers is the Japanese version of the EMP. And some have been using the same firms because that is how they have always operated, or because they were their old business partners. But to change the status quo, we have also created a program that offers opportunities to new companies, and hope that you will take full advantage of it in order to ensure transparency and fairness in the capital market, to enhance and diversify asset management, and to promote constructive dialogue between companies and investors. A number of systems are already in place. The policies such as clarifying the scope of the large shareholders reporting system, expanding the scope of tender offer system and discounts, promoting the participation of investment management companies, and revitalizing the distribution of unlisted securities we've announced within the year also. 2 or 3 investment trusts have already, that include up to 15% of the unlisted securities, have already been launched and selling very well. We believe that this is going to be a good priming water. In any case, Tokyo market, Sapporo, Osaka, and Fukuoka are all doing well, and I am convinced that the Japanese market will be able to fulfill its responsibility in this 24-hour global time zone and improve in both scale and quality through our efforts. And I am confident that the financial sector, especially the asset management industry, will be the source of Japan's growth through friendly competition and cooperation with a distinguished member of the local Japanese community. I sincerely hope that this conference, Frontiers of International Finance, will serve as a venue to demonstrate our efforts. So thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you very much, Ms. Katayama.